And this is the astrological forecast for the sign of Sagittarius for 2022. Let's deal with the facts first and then we'll come to the analysis. The annual Sagittarian new moon will be at the start of Sagittarius around the 23rd of November 2022. It's a quiet new moon. It's truly not a big deal. The Sagittarian full moon will be on the 14th of June in this coming year, and again, it's not really that big a deal. The Sun will move into Sagittarius on the 22nd of November and stay there until the 21st of December. Mercury will move into Sagittarius from the 17th of November until the 7th of December. And Venus will be in Sagittarius from the 16th of November until the 10th of December. Now, Mars will begin the new year in Sagittarius, and he will stay in Sagittarius through to about January the 24th. This is going to impact on some of your lives, and those of you born from the 6th of December onwards, you can expect at some stage during the first 3 weeks of January to go for a 1 to 2 day period where your physical energy levels, your drive, motivation, get up and go through the roof. And you can expect quite a boost. You can also find yourself saying or doing something you might later regret or being a bit more clumsy than normal. So forewarned is forearmed. Jupiter will spend the first 19 weeks of the year in Pisces, squaring each and every one of your suns. None of this is going to be a problem, but a number of you will go through a period of up to 3 or 4 days at a time between the start of January and early mid-May, where you might bite off more than you can chew, or things might get a bit out of hand or over the top. I don't think it's going to be that serious. Uranus is not going to be touching your chart in this coming year, and neither is Pluto, which is in the next door sign to you. But Saturn and Neptune are. Now let's deal with a difficult one first. Neptune in Pisces has spent this last year squaring the Sun of those of you born around the 11th, 12th, 13th, maybe 14th of December. It's been a messy time. It's been nebulous, confusing, escapist, gullible. A lot of things, people, situations and environments dissolving and slipping through your fingers like sand or water. This will come to an end for those of you born between the 11th and the 14th of December, and you should, 11th and 13th certainly, and you should find that as you move into March onwards, that things lighten up, become a lot more solid. But this isn't to say that energy is going to go away, it's just going to move on. And Neptune will be squaring the Sun of those of you born from the 14th to the 17th of December over this coming year. So if you're one of these people, 14th to the 17th, then I have to say to you, look, you need to be a little bit careful here, because things could get rather messy. You can find that there's a natural degree of slippage where no matter how much you try and hang on to people or environments or developments or situations, they just slip away. You have to let them go. Otherwise you're going to end up in floods of tears. You may also find that you don't have as much physical energy as you would normally have, that your sense of feeling more nebulous, more weary, and I would expect something like this as well. Probably a good idea to go for an eyesight checkup. If there's any history of thyroid disorder, you may need to look at that. Unlikely, but possible. I'm particularly looking at the time when Mars will be in your opposite sign of Gemini. I'm looking towards the end of the year. I'm looking at the time around, say, early October, say around, say, the 10th, 12th of October through to about the 15th of November. That 5-week period is when a number of you, especially those of you born around the 14th to the 17th of December, may get completely the wrong end of the stick and end up in a situation where you just lose touch with what's really going on, where you end up seeing the world as being the way you want it to be, rather than dealing with it the way it really is. Forewarned is forearmed. Having said all this, Saturn is smiling on you, almost all of you, over this coming year. Those of you born from the 3rd through, say, to the 9th of December, then the first couple of months of this year are very good times. It's a time of fortune, of growth, of development, particularly when it comes to the business, the pragmatic, the practical, the financial. If you're born from the 3rd to the 9th of December, then January and February should be the time where you push your foot onto the accelerator. And then those of you born from the 10th to the 16th of December, well, from March onwards, it seems like this is a very good time for you. Now, if I say very good, that automatically will make you, a lot of you think, great, party, it's all going to be wonderful, let's go. No, it's not like that. It's very good in terms of steady, consistent, regular effort of efficiency and effectiveness of keeping your nose to the grindstone, and by doing so you put in place roots and foundations which will act as the basis for the long-term future. It is a time of work, but in a way that should flow, create no problems with authorities, and lead you to feeling more consolidated and established by the end of the year than you felt for many years, if not at all. For all of you, it's a pretty good year. I'm a little bit worried about early October to late November, when Mars is in your opposite sign, and a few of you are getting hammered, but this is primarily those of you born from the 14th to the 17th of December. For the rest of you though, it's generally not that bad a year. Now, a big thank you to those of you who have helped me in this last year. A couple of you in particular, one person in particular. You know who you are. It is those little donations that keep coming in that bring they keep me able to just pumping astrology out into the real world, free into the world, as it should be. So thank you. Thank you.